Okay, this is part 5 of my model tractors. This series will go about all the precision models. So firstly, what I've got here is a Ford. I think it's, let me just check, make sure. I think it's a Ford 620. It's actually on the box, but the box is not here close. So, but it's very nice. This model is a Ertl model, and it was made very, very precisely. If you look at the steering wheel, steering wheel, you have to turn it a lot for the wheels to move. So even the ratio is in scale, so that's why it's a very, very precision model. If you can look there, so there's a gearbox inside that turn the wheels. The same with that side. So it's very precise made. So with this model, I've got this furrow plow, which hook on the correct and precise way. You need really fine and precision touch to hook on the plow, because it is really precision made, as you can see there. Even hopefully you can see the chains is in place like the real one. And with the tractor, it's so precise that it get this gold medal for precision. And also with this plow and this scraper, it's also in a very precise way made. If you pull this, you can move this and then hook it into these holes there. So it's that movement that make it possible to, there it hooks up. And for the plow and for this, there is also a gold medal. I'm not sure in which year, but it must be also in the maybe in the 90s that this model came out as a very, very precision model made in the USA. And there's also the original plastic that protect the rubber. So I keep it in this original condition, and it's mint boxed. I've got the original box for the tractor and for the plow and the scraper. So it's really a nice nice model. If you can look there, you can see the fan and the water pipes, and also the plugs, the plug wires, the battery, everything is really in scale. Okay. Okay, now we go over to this Fordson Power Major. Yeah, it's a Power Major. This is from Universal Hobbies, and also very, very nicely made. Wheels can turn, and if you look there, you can see all the detail on the engine with the diesel. This is a diesel model, so there's a diesel pump with the pipes, and you will see the water pipe and the fan, everything is in touch like the original one. I'm not sure if it can turn, no. And at the back is the 3-point hitch that can move up and down. on this side. I think it can also open here to reveal. I've got another model that I will show you the side of the engine. I don't want to break the exhaust pipe off. And this toolbox can also open as well. There it is. Even the toolbox can open. So this is one of Universal models, and this is a real see-through front grille. It's not a solid piece. You can see the radiator through it. There you can see the actual movement of the front axle. Okay, this is then the Fortune Power Major. Next one is a Fortune Dexter 4-wheel drive. Also a very nice model. Let's open this engine. Let's take the exhaust pipe out. You can remove this, open the hood, and then there you can see the battery. It's also a diesel model with it's a 3-cylinder. You can see it clearly with the pump there, diesel pump, and the injectors on top of the engine. All the piping, everything is visible. The water pipe, the radiator, and the fan in real detail. And it can also turn the front axle. What I would like to show you here is, if you turn the wheel, you can see this arm moving the front axle, and it's exactly the opposite on the other side. So there's a gearbox inside that allows this movement to happen. And in real life, the 4-wheel drives were not so common. It was actually mostly 2-wheel drives. And you can also, like the real one, tilt up the seat with all the detail on the floorboard there, and underneath the seat, handbrake, clutch, pedal, the meters, and also the 3-point hitch, and the centerpiece here that you need to hook up the plow, and even with its very small in-scale chains there. So it's very authentic model to have. It's scale 1 to 16. Now we go over to this Ford County. There it is. It's a County 654. It was made of the original standard Ford 5000, only with a 4-wheel drive front axle. But you can see how rigid it was manufactured. If you look at it from the top, you will see the diffs there and the drive shafts to the back, and it can also move, steer left and right. If you look at the back, you will see also, like the real ones, the seat can move up and down. Again, the 3-point hitch with the power takeoff there, everything in perfect detail, with the chains there. And what makes this model real special is, if you look through a microscope, you will even see on the hour meter that the actual hours on it something like 200, if I remember right, 240 hours revealed there on the meter. So that's how the detail is present in this model. There you can see the hydraulic pipes for the power steering, and it was called named the County 4 for the 4-cylinder. There was also in reality the County 6, which had the 6-cylinder engine. Here we have the toolbox that can open again, with a tail light, with its wire, and there is the engine. And on this Ford, it was commonly that the battery sits on top of the engine. With on the top side there, you will see its diesel pump. Let me just turn it around. There's a diesel pump, sits there. Everything in real scale, also 1/16. Okay, let's look at the next model. Will be exactly this one with the 2-wheel drive, which is the Ford 5000. This is the Ford 5000, more or less a 65 model, 1965. If you can see that one, it looked exactly the same, but this was only the 2-wheel drive model. With its battery, everything the same. It was the 4-cylinder tractor with all the detail there. The fan, the water pipe, everything is intact. And also the steering works. I don't want to force it because it's really stiff, still stiff. And same here as the other previous ones. Not to mention same 3-point hitch, the backlight and the tail lights. And then on this model there is the license plate, and through the microscope it obviously expired a lot of years ago, so eventually not roadworthy anymore because of it is expired. But it shows you what was the detail made in this tractor, that you can even see the year. I can't remember, but it was something like in the 70s. That reveal there when you look it through the microscope. And this was also the typical Ford weights in the front. It's not in this position staggered, but in this position it was a trademark of Ford at that point in time. Okay, this is the Ford, scale 1 to 16. Now this is a nice model. This is a Ford 7000. This was the biggest Ford of the 1000 series in that years. You get it in a Ford 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 7000, 8000 and 9000. So the 7000 was the biggest in the 4-cylinder series. From the next one, the 8000, was a 6-cylinder. And then this is also a newer model with a new look in the nose. If you compare it to just the previous models, had this type of front nose and look. Also, this models with this front nose, the lights was in the hood, in the grille situated, but it was with time I discovered that it was the Europe series that came out like that. in our country the lights sit here. The front lights sit at the sides here and not in the grille. But it was a very, very strong tractor and very popular at the time when it came out. Let's see how engine looks. There it is, 4-cylinder, all the detail with its diesel filters, diesel pump, everything really, really in detail showed there. Okay, this one I have the cap on, so you can't turn the wheels, but if you maybe look through the window, if it's possible, you will see that the steering wheel is turning. Same story here. I'm not going to mention it anymore, but there it is. All the detail that you want. And it also came out with the thicker wheels with the weights on. So this was, and it was also a trademark of the 7000 with a long air cleaner that sits here in the front. Scale model 1/16 from Universal Hobbies. Okay, now for a very difficult one. This model is, they call it Dow 130 or Triple D. The Triple D stands for Dow Dual Drive. It was 2 Force and Power Majors connected together, which gives you actually a straight 8 tractor with 4-wheel drive, very strong. And the guy was, I believe his name was Dow, that created this, and many of them were sold in mainly in Europe, I believe. So if you look at this model, you will see all the hydraulics that was added here from on this side, because the driver sit at the back, and everything that he do here operates exactly the same with hydraulics in the front unit. So when he presses the clutch here, the same happen on that side, and the engine revs is synchronized. Here is the steering, hydraulic steering. And if you look at it from the top side, this is how it operates. And there you can see one of the hydraulic valves that operates the clutch of this unit. It was very popular at that time because big tractors was not so commonly, and this model was able to pull a 4 or 5 furrow plow very easily, or any other groundbreaking equipment. You also later get it in this model. He also made this 2 units together of the Ford 5000. So this was also very popular, and I'm not sure, I think they call it the Dow 160 if I remember right, or Dow 150. So it's actually exactly the same tractors as this one, only as I mentioned, together. And you can see it was very rigidly made. If you look at this swash plate at the bottom, that's what kept the front unit, front end in the air, otherwise, so that it doesn't drop or lift up when this one was pulling hard. So this is the Dow 130, and exactly the same. This is the engine, typical Fordson engine, both of them exactly the same, front and back unit. So I'm not sure, it's also 1 and 16. As far as I know, it's only the Universal Hobbies that put this on the market. I might be wrong, I'm not sure. But this is as far as my knowledge is going. I've got two smaller models here. I decided to take them out as well because this lot came out of another display cabinet. So I don't want to open it later again. So I will reveal it now with the 1 and 16 models. But it's in any case also realistically made. Probably not 100% scale in terms of detail, but in size definitely a scale. This is the Ford 7810. It is a 6-cylinder model. It was a strong tractor at the time. I know the farmers were very fond of it because of the pulling power, and the farmers that have it not easily get rid of it because it's a strong puller. This is a scale 1 and 34. This one is a Ford TW30 with deals at the back, and it's a two-wheel drive. Now these tractors were really very popular in the olden days. The Ford TW range was very strong, very high powered tractors at the time. You get the in the smallest in the range was the TW5 and then the TW10, TW15, TW20, TW25, TW30, and the biggest was the TW35. Very nice sound. Strong pullers. There's a lot of weights at the bottom. That's the way they decided to where they positioned it. And if you look on the YouTube or internet, you will see a lot of them still working today. Very strong pullers. Okay. And as a special today's special is John Deere combine. It is a 98880 STS, also out of the same cabinet. That's why I decided to show it to you. This auger can turn, and it also can move up and down. It is an Ertel model. I believe it is a scale, it must be more or less a scale, let me think, scale 1 and 24 maybe. If you consider this tractor is a scale 1 and 16, this must be a very scale smaller than that, because in real life it must be, if this was a scale 1 to 16, it must be at least in this size there. But it's a nice model with a cap. And if you ever wonder how a combine looked from the top, what's going on at the back, it's only the engine And there you can see the auger, and this can open, not on a model, but in real life this opened up to catch all the corn or whatever you harvest. Wheels is also turning, and then this can move out to download or unload your crop into a wagon. So this is the John Deere 988 STS, very popular machine. So next time I will reveal another lot of scale models, precision models. It will be mainly Massey Ferguson's, Dietz, Renault, Fendt, and some other stuff, also very nice. So look out for my series number 6. Thank you.